To work hard for the money. So hard for the money. I work hard for the money. So you better treat me right. Oh, come on. Yep. Snap the drill bit.
We have wheels.
Oh, okay, so I released, forgive the sweaty, nasty appearance. I just got done mowing the lawn, but who remembers that? I'm just a Bill. I realized in the video, obviously, I did not have video of me cutting the top, which that's what this is. But also, I didn't, in that same video, I had explanation of me screwing in these bands. So let me show you that. It's the #1 pain in the ass while you're making a project. That's realizing you ran out of something and you got to stop the momentum of what you're doing and hit the big box store. All right, 30 minutes later, 4 boxes of screws, go juice, 1 whole chicken, 4 pieces of dry toast. Let's go. Jesse, shave it.
Like a glove.
Solid. He's in. Question is I'm wondering if I need to like seal maybe some silicone underneath this little lip. I don't know if that's needed, but she's on her wheels. She's all drilled in. So let me spin it around here so you can see this. Basically gonna put the door here. This all the way over to here. I'll put the hinges on this, so I have to cut this right below the band and right above this band, and you can see I put screws in here, so these pieces here where the door, right above the door, will be nice and secure, and then obviously below will be nice and secure. That should be plenty of space, open. Get a propane tank out, put the replacement in. You can use this as like a little door handle, but yeah, I'm liking it. This is the perfect size actually for this. Get a little ambiance, some flamage, and I think I have all the parts now. Got delivered today, so this is a little airflow with a coupler that'll attach to the underside of the nip under there, and then this piece here, right, attach in there. Obviously got a yellow, it's like pipe dope, but it's like a, you know, Teflon tape, but this stuff's yellow for the gas. I don't know exactly what's in it that makes it special for the gas versus white for plumbing, water, but yellow for gas. So that'll attach here, and then this, what I just got here, attaches to the propane tank. So I'm gonna keep working on this door now. All right, what's going on here? It's yeah, that's nice. Check that out, Superman. I was thinking this may be a problem because you got curve, hinges screwed in. I mean, it opens, but it's right there is tight, so it's tight like a tiger smoking a pancake. But I mean, you can force it. Concerned over time, though, that but I mean, it stays closed nice. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be fine. I mean, how often am I gonna be open and closing? It's not like I'm constantly getting things in and out of it. So anyways, got all these pieces. I've got them numbered. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see here from the skill saw, it obviously chewed it up a little bit, but glue these pieces, edge glue these pieces together to make a panel. I'll probably router the edges, dress that up a little bit, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. You need to get a little latch or something just to keep this closed, because I mean, maybe when the other piece is in, it'll close. I may have to grind some of these down flat here, just so I'm not like scraping the crap out of my hands as I get the tank in and out. You know, one of those deals. Tank in, take out. Let's give it a test run 1.0.
Hey, honey, you want to go fill up the wine while I change out the tank? Okay. And close that up, turn my gas on. Holy shit, we've got flames.
Yeah, it's gonna work nice, I think. Clean this up, but this is gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet. Nestled it in there. A little tear out, you can sand that out, but that will be the ignition or spark, and then there is a key. It's off right now. Beep. On. Gas is on. Click, click, click. Start. Hindsight 2020. But I don't think I had enough thread. Meaning thread on this. So this little chrome piece screws off the brass attachment in the back. But the thickness of this may have worked for this piece, but it wouldn't have worked for this. This is just a little sparker, and it had like 1/4 of an inch, and this is a good inch thick right here. So I think it's probably good. It's kind of hidden there, so you know, maybe it just comes across as a bung. And of course, when you have the countertop on it, you're not going to really see it. And this is the panel so far glued up. All this black is just super glue, but wood glue inside to attach it, and super glue. But I noticed when I did glue it, it bowed more than the original thing, so I could probably end up sanding that down to kind of match here so I don't have a lip. So it should look all right. Some final sanding, I think, will be fine. Be good. Basically, because when I glued it, right, the curve on this was a little more extreme than the actual curve on the barrel. And just, if you know anything about wine barrels, although it may be tight, this seam, obviously put liquid in it, the wood expands. But this seam on the outside is pretty tight. When you look at the seam on the inside, a lot of times there's a gap. So it just means that that stave, that could be, let's just say my fingers are the outside seam, tight. And then, how can I explain this? Here we go. So it just means that this seam here is tight, but then when you look in the inside, you see there's a gap right here. So when I glued it up, I probably ended up making sure that the seam on both sides was even for the glue up. And in doing that, it made the curve of this door more extreme than the curve of the actual barrel originally was. So it just kind of shaved that down. So if you look from a top view, this is thinner now, but it's because I made this seam. You can see the seams here are tight, and that's why it kind of accentuated or increased the curve here. So some final sanding, sand some of this super glue, and of course on the inside you can see some of the run out. So I'll sand all that down. So it'll be nice, but it'll look good. Obviously closed, you know, a little bit of, this is a little off here, but I think overall, once the sanding is done, it'll be nice. Open it up and you get access to your gas, and you can take this in and out. Plenty of room. In and out there. And the little mounting, you can see that. Yoo-hoo. Let me take this off. So like this. Did you see me? Huh. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home? Yoo-hoo! Big summer vlog! Anyways, this is gonna be cool. This is where the little access to the gas off and on, and this little guy will be where the ignition, the little spark button to set the spark so it'll light. So, coming along nice. Almost done. We'll do a little bit of final sanding. I'll probably wrap up this video. And then the next, third part of this series video will be probably building the tabletop that surrounds it. I'm still debating whether or not this actually gets sealed to the barrel. You know, I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't be. Just in case I need to remove it, get the glass out, it may be easier. And I mean, there's already drainage holes in this for if any water gets in there. And I've got this top anyways to keep it protected, right? That's what this is. Right? And I'm gonna end up getting like some sort of cover, obviously sitting out over the winter, all that. I cover it up, the whole thing, to try to keep the sun off of it and any kind of during the winter, snows, all that stuff. I probably won't end up permanently attaching that to the barrel. I think I'm just gonna keep it like it is. Probably be fine. And everything else is just, I did some little sealing of these. Let me see if I turn this around for you. So basically taking the Teflon tape or the gas pipe tape, sealing this will be going to the actual fire ring. That's what this will be for. So this threading here and this connection sealed. But this connection, you see how this is angled like that on the edge? You don't need the Teflon tape or any kind of pipe dope on this threading because of this. And I don't know if you can see it. The inside of that, this pipe here, is a little flared in there, and it's aluminum. And so as you seal this nut, you tighten this nut onto this threading, that aluminum basically molds to this shape and creates the seal itself. Obviously, I'll use some liquid soap, coat the threads, make sure there's no leaks, but that's exactly how a gas range works. It's a special aluminum flange, one time only. Because once you seal this, you tighten this down and seal it onto this. If you were to remove this pipe here, this flexible pipe, you couldn't use it again because that seal effectively is ruined now. So one-time situation, tighten the nut down, seals the aluminum onto this. This little sucker, you see a little arrow, airflow. So what will happen, this will seal the thread on the fire ring. That will screw here, like this. The other side of this flexible pipe that I was talking about, see, it's got the same thing. It's got a little flange, little, what do you call that? I'm drawing a blank here. Literally senior moment. This like little 45-degree chamfer. Chamfer, that's the word I was looking for. Chamfer. Seals. When you tighten the thread on the flex pipe onto this, it seals that aluminum piping flange in there perfectly. Makes it, it's almost like its own pipe dope or Teflon tape, right? So that tightens on there. This other piece here, see, it's a brass one, same chamfer on this little nipple here. The same thing in there. So when that tightens down on that, it makes a really nice seal. And then this basically attaches to the propane tank. And Bob's your uncle. That little bung hole that I had made and looking through, that's what you'll be seeing there. This will be through one end and then like that, and you can hit this and it'll be the ignition. I need to put a AAA battery in there, or a AA battery, sorry. And when you click that, it creates a spark right here. It creates a spark across this. Sorry, across this. This is basically sitting up in the fire ring right next to the gas. As the gas is turned on and flowing, tick, 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 tick. This lights the gas, and then you got fire ring and ambiance, and you can have some wine, and you know, you can have a good night with your lady or your spouse or your partner. And it'd be a good time. So that's what's going on here. Moment of truth. We do a little test light on this bad boy. Got everything hooked up. Everything's got the yellow tape where it's needed. Everything's cinched up. So we're gonna do a little listen test first. So gas is on. Then we're gonna crank the key. We hear gas flowing. So we're gonna do test here. Oh, we got gas. Good Lord. We got gas. All right, so that's working. Now what I'm gonna do is get a little dish soap concoction. Just dish soap and water, and I'll kind of brush it on the connections to see, and then basically what that tells you is once you turn the gas on, if there's any bubbles obviously happening, you got a little bit of a leak. And so you want to either cinch up or reapply the tape or something like that. But so that's what I'm going to do next. Ow. Let's turn this. What do I do with the key? See anything? I like this little, it's tough to turn, but it's nice because you can adjust the flame. Full blast. If you want your coffee or warmed up. Keep it down low. Hey, a nice romantic night. Ooh. You come here often? Do you know it look good on you, baby? Me. And while that's running, let's see what we got. seeing anything. I think we're good. No bubbles, nothing. So give you a quick little glance into the behind the curtain, the inner workings. So, let's see. I think you can see that connection. So you got this line here coming from the gas tank, going up in there, bottom, and then that's the key, basically. This little T, not to be confused with Mr. T, is where the key on the outside you saw me turning. Then it's running into the flex hose, whistle-free flex hose, by the way. Ooh, you see what I did? I flexed it right at that moment. And then it runs up to basically an airflow. Supposedly the airflow, I don't know, I don't, it's supposed to keep it from smoking and all of that, but was recommended. I'm not really sure what the exact, anybody knows out there, please make a comment. And then it goes through a coupler. This top thing up here is the coupler, and runs to the underside of the pan. And that wire over there that you're seeing, that's the little spark ignition. And there was no instructions, so right now it's grounded to a screw that's holding up this. Because, you know, I wanted to test it. I held that, and obviously can feel the spark through it. So, but I think it's done right. And there's the flames. Good amount of holes. Ooh, got our first casualty of a bug in there. Let's see if I can get that. Where's my bug? Oh yeah. It's like Icarus, flew too close to the sun. But that's it. So, little contraption, you get the key down there, and the ignition. Obviously, that's sparks. Those two little Gary tongs sitting up there. You got one straight and then one curved. Basically sparks over across between the two. And let's crank it and see what happens. Whoa, shnikey. So we get some nice warmth when we shut it down. Boom. Very cool. So that's that. Make a little video of this build. I still got to put the door on. The door's ready to go. Basically sanded, nice outside. Get the glue spill out, and then I got to sand still some inside because there's some of the super glue, black super glue leak out. So I'll do that and attach it. At that point, the barrel's done. I mean, I got to put glass in it, but I don't think I'll put the glass in it until we move it to the back to the deck. But the next video is going to be building the tabletop or the bar top around it. So it's 11:19. I've had some beers. No, I haven't. I just tripped over that. All right, calm down, YouTubers. Put a bar around this. So the idea is to have it probably come down maybe to around here is the top. Extend about 12 inches out. Circular, circle, in a circle, happy. What I'm going to attempt to do is build it out of this leftover ipe from the deck. The lower deck, I built a little design that's got the like a Celtic knot into it. Check out that video. That's kind of like a completed decks summary video, because I really didn't do a good final video on that, so that explains all of that. But hopefully I have enough of this ipe to stretch, because ultimately this tabletop will probably be about 48 inches across. And then obviously I need to have width. So 48-inch length on here is not going to be a problem. But do I have enough boards width-wise to go 48? I think I do. But we'll lay it out, clean up the work surface over here and lay those pieces out, see what I have. And basically I'm just going to biscuit join, edge glue all of those pieces. I'll do some under support brackets, and then there will be kind of 45 supports to the underside. And the plan is I do have some extra barrel staves here, and then from the top that cut out for this pan, so cut those at the right angle to provide support. This way, you know, you belly up, you tend to lean on it, that type of thing. It's got enough strength to it. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the follow button, please. For me, anyways, I don't do a lot of content. I'm trying to do more content. A lot of good comments this summer. I think people doing deck builds, everything came across my videos. My followers kind of jumped from like the 900 range to, I think we're in 11 or 1200, 1100-ish maybe right now, which was awesome, because then I can start monetizing. You know, this last month, I think I made $6. So that's awesome. That's so cool to me. But anyways, hit the like, hit the follow. Love you guys. And tune in for the next video. It'll probably be the final build of this one will be the tabletop. And then, you know, out on the deck, we'll light it up and toast a glass for that. All right, bye.
You work hard for the money. So hard for the money. I work hard for the money, so you better treat me right.